There is a story you tell yourself about your life, a timeline, birth, childhood, yesterday, this very moment. It's supposed to be a straight line, but for some that timeline is broken. It's been shattered by an event so powerful, it refuses to stay in the past. It bleeds into the present, staining everything with its color. This is the nature of post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, and it does more than just make you remember something awful. It wages a quiet, relentless war on your perception of what is real. It takes the solid ground of your reality and turns it into quicksand. Today, we are not just listing symptoms. We are exploring the unsettling ways PTSD can make you fundamentally doubt the world around you, and even the person you see in the mirror. Here are 7 ways PTSD makes you doubt your reality. Number 1, the past becomes the present. This is more than a memory. A memory is something you look back on, like flipping through a photo album. A flashback is the photo album catching fire in your hands. It's not remembering the event, it's re-experiencing it. Your brain doesn't just recall the information, it pulls your entire being back into that moment. Suddenly, the smell of coffee in your kitchen is replaced by the smell of rain on hot asphalt from that day. The sound of your children playing in the next room is drowned out by the echo of a scream. The feeling of the soft chair you're sitting in is replaced by the cold, hard floor you were on. This is the first and most direct assault on your sense of reality. Your 5 senses, the very tools you use to navigate the world, are hijacked. Your logical mind knows you are safe. You can see your bedroom walls. You can feel the blanket on your lap. But your nervous system, your entire body, is screaming that you are in mortal danger right now. So who do you believe? Your eyes, or the primal terror coursing through your veins? This constant, violent conflict between what you know is true and what you feel is true creates a deep, unsettling crack in the foundation of your reality. The past is no longer a different country. It's a hostile neighbor that barges in without warning. Number 2, the world through a veil. Dissociation. Have you ever felt like you're watching your own life from a distance? Like you're a passenger in your own body? Or the world around you has become dull, muffled, and unreal? This isn't you being dramatic. This is a very real psychological defense mechanism called dissociation. There are 2 main ways this shows up. The first is derealization. This is when the world outside of you feels strange and unreal. Colors might seem muted. Sounds might seem distant. People might look like robots just going through the motions. The world looks like it's being projected on a screen, and you're just in the audience. It creates a barrier, a pane of glass between you and reality. The second is depersonalization. This is when you feel unreal. You might look at your own hands and not fully connect that they belong to you. You might hear yourself speak, and it sounds like a stranger's voice. You feel detached from your own thoughts, feelings, and body. This is the brain's emergency escape hatch. When reality becomes too painful, the mind hits a switch to disconnect. But living in this state is deeply disorienting. If the world doesn't feel real, and you don't feel real, what can you possibly hold on to? It makes you doubt every interaction, every experience. Was that conversation real? Did that moment of happiness actually happen? Or was it all just part of the movie? Number 3, the black holes in your memory. Your memory is supposed to be the official record of your life. It's your personal history book. But with PTSD, pages are often ripped out, or the ink has been smeared so badly you can't read the words. Trauma can cause significant memory gaps. The brain, in its desperate attempt to protect you from the overwhelming pain of an event, will sometimes just block it out. You might have huge black holes surrounding the traumatic experience. You know something happened, but the details are foggy or completely gone. This creates a terrifying problem. If your mind can edit or delete your most significant life events without your permission, what else is it editing? You start to doubt everything. You can't trust your memory of the trauma, so how can you trust your memory of what you had for breakfast? You might forget entire conversations you had yesterday. You might find yourself in a room with no idea why you went there. This isn't simple forgetfulness. It's a fundamental breakdown in the reliability of your own mind. When you can't trust your own history, you begin to feel like a stranger in your own life. You are living a story with crucial chapters missing, and that uncertainty makes you question the reality of the entire narrative. Number 4, the world is a minefield. Hypervigilance. For a person without PTSD, the the world is mostly neutral. A car door slamming is just a car door. A person walking quickly behind you is just in a hurry. A loud laugh from across the street is just someone having a good time. For a person with PTSD, the world is not neutral. It is a minefield of potential threats. This is called hypervigilance. Your nervous system is stuck in the on position, constantly scanning the environment for danger. That car door slamming is a gunshot. The person walking behind you is a threat. That loud laugh is a sign of aggression. Your brain starts to see patterns that aren't there. It misinterprets neutral signals as hostile ones. You live in a constant state of high alert, waiting for the other shoe to drop. This completely skews your perception of reality. You can't trust that you are safe, even in the safest of environments. You might be at a happy family gathering, but you can't relax. You're watching the exits. You're analyzing everyone's tone of voice. You're reading threats into friendly gestures. Your reality becomes a dangerous place, not because it actually is, but because your brain is screaming at you that it is. You doubt the safety of the present moment because your body is still living in the danger of the past. Number 5, the absence of feeling, emotional numbness. We expect our feelings to match our experiences. We laugh at a joke. We feel sad at a loss. We feel joy during a celebration. Our emotions are a compass, telling us how to react to the world. PTSD can break that compass. Many people experience profound emotional numbness. It's not that you feel sad all the time. It's that you feel nothing. You go to a party and you know you should feel happy, but the feeling just isn't there. You receive good news and you know you should be excited, but you feel hollow. This creates a very strange form of doubt. You start to question your own emotional reality. Am I even human? Why can't I feel what everyone else is feeling? Is this joy I'm supposed to be feeling even real? You might learn to perform the emotions you're supposed to have, smiling at the right times, offering a comforting word. But inside, you feel like an imposter. This disconnect between your external world and your internal landscape is incredibly isolating. It makes you doubt the authenticity of your own relationships and experiences. You feel like a ghost at the feast of life, able to see it all but unable to taste any of it. Number 6, the stranger in the mirror. Trauma changes you. The person you were before the event can feel like a completely different human being. You look at old photographs of yourself, smiling and carefree, and you can't connect with that person. It feels like looking at a distant relative, or even a stranger who just happens to have your face. This creates a fracture in your own identity. There is the before you and the after you. The before you seems naive, maybe even foolish for not knowing what was coming. The after you feels damaged, altered, and old. This leads to a deep questioning of your own reality. Who am I really? Am I the person I was or the person I've become? Was that happy person in the photograph ever truly real? Or was this brokenness inside me all along? You lose the sense of a continuous self. Your life is no longer a single, flowing river. It's a river that hit a waterfall and is now a chaotic, churning pool below. You doubt the reality of your past self and struggle to define your present one. This loss of a stable identity is one of the most disorienting parts of the journey, making you feel untethered and lost in your own life story. Number 7, the gaslighting from within. Perhaps the most insidious way PTSD makes you doubt reality is that it makes you doubt the validity of your own suffering. Your mind, in an effort to make sense of the world again, can start to downplay what happened. You start to tell yourself things like, it wasn't that bad, or other people have been through worse, or I'm just being too sensitive. I need to get over it. This is a form of internal gaslighting. You become your own worst critic. This happens because the reality of the trauma is too painful to hold on to all the time, so the mind tries to shrink it, to normalize it. But in doing so, it invalidates your own experience. You start to believe that your reactions, the flashbacks, the anxiety, the numbness, are an overreaction. You feel ashamed of your symptoms, believing they are a sign of weakness rather than a sign of injury. This creates a vicious cycle. You feel the pain, but then you tell yourself the pain isn't legitimate. You doubt your own right to feel the way you do. This makes you question the very reality of your trauma. Did it even happen the way I remember? Am I making it all up? This internal battle is exhausting, and it leaves you feeling completely alone with a pain you don't even feel you have the right to claim. Living with PTSD is like trying to navigate with a broken compass, a torn map, and in the middle of a storm. It's not about a lack of willpower or a failure to move on. It's about a fundamental injury to the parts of your brain that regulate memory, safety, and your sense of self. If any of this felt familiar, if these words put a name to the shadows you've been fighting, please know this: you are not losing your mind, and you are not alone. Your reality was fractured by something that happened to you. It is not a reflection of who you are. Healing is about slowly, patiently, piece by piece, rebuilding your trust in your world, and most importantly, in yourself. It is a long road, but the first step is understanding the nature of the fight. If this video helped you understand something new, either about yourself or someone you care for, please give it a like. It helps the message reach more people who might need to hear it. And consider subscribing for more content that explores the real, human side of mental health. Now, for everyone watching, I have a question, and I believe the answers could help create a powerful resource in the comment section. Without sharing any personal details, what is one small thing that helps you feel grounded in the present moment? It could be the feeling of a cold glass of water, the sound of a specific song, or just focusing on your own breathing. Your simple suggestion might be the anchor that someone else needs to read today. Share it in the comments below. Thank you for watching.